Hey everyone, welcome back to Pantsless Tables. We are playing Tales from the Loop, and we are currently going through the pre-written campaign, 4 seasons of Mad Science. We are currently in our fourth and final campaign. This is the episode. This is episode 2 of said campaign of said mystery. Um, I am your GM as always, GM Void. I use he him pronouns, and I'll be running the loop today. I'll let the others introduce themselves. Yeah, please go ahead, Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber and I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Aubrey, who uses she, her pronouns. And she is the bookworm.
Hi, I'm Chanel Lees. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Jet, the jock, who uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I am Milo, they, he, and today I will be playing Cooper, the hick, the farm boy, who uses he, him pronouns.
Awesome, awesome, cool. So the last time we left off, uh, we just entered into a new mystery after all the shenanigans throughout the year. We've finally come to springtime in Boulder City, and yeah, school is on overdrive. Everything pressures coming from everywhere, but suddenly there are rumors in school about a dead body of a prisoner being found near the Hoover Dam. Obviously our kids get all excited about it because it's a new mystery to solve, to get out of their mundane lives and do some fun adventuring. So they make their way to the Hoover Dam down the stream, where they find a dead body. um, it is kind of a sobering experience for everyone, but they soon realize that this dead body might be actually connected to them, as they find out that this dead body is of Diane Peterson, the very scientist who has been creating all sorts of troubles for the past year in Boulder City. The troubles that the kids themselves have tried to minimize and tried to minimize the damage that has been caused by her experiments. Even meeting her previously when she was uh, uh, transported and time travel to the prehistoric era, bringing her back and uh, shutting her experiment down. But yeah, she's dead after all this, anticlimactically. Uh, it's her. She has been dead for a while. Uh, we None of the kids have any idea, or I don't think even the police have found it. So it's still there, right? So um, we s- as we manage to find the body, some teenagers show up with the same teenagers who we met in the previous mystery, with Stacy sort of leading the pack, and they fight over the body. Who gets to sort of report it to the police? Who gets the name recognition in school and in public, to like, oh, these kids are the ones who reported the body or whatever. Um, and there's a chase. There is, like, people going around and threatening each other, but eventually um Sonade's character Mary Lee and one of the other kids make their way to the police station and let the detective over there know that detective over there, Kieran Richards, know that there's a dead body over near the Hoover Dam. um yeah, you guys find other than that, you guys find an ID card there on her person, even though you know that she's Diane Peterson. The ID card is of a company called Microlex, which has its office in the towards the outskirts of Boulder City. You know that Microlex works with the loop uh, for parts and such. It doesn't really matter, but yeah. Uh, the name on that ID card, however, uh, was Priscilla Andrews and not Diane Peterson, which was kind of odd. But anyway, after discovering the body and letting the police know, you guys decided to head home, spend the night, sort of reflecting on uh, what you found today. Even though it began with, oh yes, let's find a dead body, but finding the dead body was kind of sobering and humbling for everyone. So the next day appears, and you guys decide to, okay, maybe there is something going on here. We need to find what's happening. So um, you guys decided, the kids decided to go to Diane Peterson's farm, the same farm that you guys went to in the previous mystery. You found out that it had been abandoned, and there were some strange things here, especially portfolios of all four of you, with like intricate details. Even some of your school submitted essays in school, name and numbers of your family members. Uh, all of these dossiers are very um, detailed, almost too detailed. Um, you also found some other books and such, but it looked like this place had been mostly abandoned. The uh, the most important clue that you found here in terms of Diane Peterson was a recording, a tape recording, which in which she admits to uh, planning uh, to kill all four of you, because you've been thwarting her plans for the past year. Well, at least some of you have, and some of you have joined in the midway. But yeah, she says that she is sort of in her final phase of her plan, to take revenge on the people of Boulder City and the people who have wronged her. But unless and until she takes care of these kids, um, these plans won't come into fruition. So that was her primary objective for the moment. In the meantime, the detective Karen Richards has also been investigating. She showed up, but you guys were successful in hiding from her. You guys also sort of burned the dossiers that she had on you. I think just one. I think only Chanel's character um, kept hers. Other than that, if let me actually go back and check if I missed something here.
Yeah, I think you were the only one, Jet, with your dossier left.
Yeah, cause she hid it. She put it in her bag or whatever. Yeah, her backpack. She slid into her backpack. Yeah, cause oh yeah, I remember. Aubrey had it, and Jet was like, No, 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 like let go." And there was like a little tug of war, and I think she eventually did get it back.
Yeah.
Wow, Jet winning a tug of war against Aubrey.
Shocking.
Who would have guessed?
There were some books and notes about a lot of things. One of the note read, "Am I a god?" question mark. Even on one of the walls, there was this binary digit code, which, when translated, said, "Long live Diane." Other than that, some books. One of them from Stephen Hawking. There was uh, an automatic LP player playing the opera "The Ring of Wagner" on repeat. But other than that, I think that is what you found here. The tape recording being the main sort of clue that you found again, which had her sort of making plans of uh, you know getting rid of the kids first and then going on to her next phase, which she doesn't explain, which she doesn't spell out here. But she was also suspicious of her robot Isaac, who is Mary Lee's friend, her robot friend. Um, but he has always been in the employ of Diane Peterson. Um, so yeah, you guys then decide to go to this one place where you might find certain more, maybe more leads about Diane Peterson, or something more to go with, because right now you don't have much. So you guys then decided to sort of head to this one sort of small shack in the woods, where usually um, you know uh, seniors from school would go to, like, get drugs and stuff. Um, you saw Stacy coming out of the shack. Well, you saw her entering it first and then coming out. You confronted her about. Uh, I don't exactly remember what you confronted her about, I think it was more about asking her about what's going on, like maybe any information about Dan Peterson, or even if you if she found anything on the body that could lead that could give you more clues about where to go next. But she didn't. She wasn't much help. But she did sort of display a very strange ability or power of some sort, which she might or might not have had before. She just opened a very incredibly heavy metal door um, from what looks like without even touching the door itself. But she said to not say anything about this place or what you saw here, what happened here to anyone. She sort of warned you and just ran away. You had one lead, well, two. You had the police officer Karen Richards, who's currently investigating the murder, but also the company Microlex. I think all of us decided to head to the company rather than going to the police officer. So yeah, that is where you are currently. I would so as you guys approach this company grounds, Microlex is a company whose offices are and facilities are located in the outskirts of Boulder City. Um, the company building is large, single-story, white brick structure with a black roof. The area around it is enclosed with a tall wire fence, and there are about because it's a weekend. There are about 5 cars parked in front, with a small office for the guards that work here for the time being. You see one guard sort of sitting inside that small office outside the fence. You can guess that there are more inside, maybe. Um, okay, what do you do? I think the time right now is, I would say, mid-afternoon. But yeah, that's it. What do you do?
How long is it going to take to get there, or have we arrived?
You have arrived. Yeah, it took you a
Oh,
while
okay,
to get there,
perfect.
but yeah, because you started in the morning, if I'm not wrong, and then uh, it's like middle of the afternoon right now as you arrive here at Microlex.
We want to sneak in, or I mean, I can overpower multiple adult men if you asked me, like, just in case of like you guys, I want you guys to like, I don't want to like go in guns blazing because you guys might get hurt and all that sort of thing.
Jet
Well, I
has
mean, I
the
think
weirdest. Oh, go ahead.
no, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is Cooper saying this, right, Milo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet is looking down at Cooper with this. It's not even an incredulous facial expression, it's just blank. Like she's just fully not understanding the words that you're saying because they don't make any sense to her.
So are you too scared?
Her facial expression gets a little bit darker. Like just behind her eyes. Not angrier, just like stop.
You are scared.
Her
I hope
eyebrows
you don't
kind
guys.
of lower.
I hope you guys don't mind me sort of just chiming in as merely once in a while.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
And I feel like merely should be the voice of reason, but I'm playing her for now. So I mean, I won't do something more radical. Oh, you know what? Merely being a voice of reason is kind of radical. But anyway, um, she says, "Do you guys think we should do this after dark? Maybe we could sneak a little better
I think
if we are breaking in, which I'm
Oh,
completely on board with."
we are breaking in.
Well, what if we
Whatever
don't
we're
have
doing,
to?
it's gonna involve breaking in.
Yes, we need to find out what Diane was doing in this place, especially
No,
with the
no, no,
different
no, no.
name.
Jet, what did you just say?
Jet was holding eye contact with Cooper. It was like annoyance and confusion because she doesn't know how to she doesn't know she needs to reinforce how much bigger she is to like someone who's not only smaller but younger. She doesn't know if she should take the bait and like start an argument about this, so she just looks frustrated, and then she breaks her eye contact and looks at Mary Lee, and at the suggestion of waiting until dark, that's when the genuine nervousness comes onto her face. Because now she's thinking about explaining why she has not returned home to her dad. I and then she just kind of she doesn't like she wants to contribute to the conversation, but she doesn't know what solution would make sense in a way that isn't just deep trouble anyways.
I mean, we could go right now, Mary Lee says, but there's more of a chance that they'll spot us when it's daylight. Also, we have no idea what's in there.
Oh, Audrey, you're smart. What do the books say?
Well, I was trying to say maybe we don't have to sneak in. Maybe we can just find an open door.
Huh.
Maybe we
Huh.
can say we have a report on local businesses that we need to research for.
Yeah, small businesses. The importance of small businesses. That's why we're at Microlex.
Merely sort of looks back as you're discussing this. Merely sort of looks back at the huge company building. Maybe a science project is a better cover.
Yeah.
I don't know much about science. I know a lot about small businesses.
Maybe Audrey does. Audrey,
I
or did
mean,
we
we can
lose?
worry about.
Oh, sorry.
We can.
Go
We
ahead.
can. I mean, if we run into an adult, we can worry about that then.
People like nods. He's like, I like you, Audrey.
Thanks, Coop. I think we should just look forward and go in.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We can do that.
And
Merely
then
says,
Audrey.
maybe I should have brought that gun.
Oh,
I don't know what
no,
will.
no, I think it's okay that you didn't. That's better, maybe.
So what if like we get into like serious trouble in there? Okay, maybe we just run away. It's fine. I don't mean to stress you guys out.
Yeah, and then like Jet's her brow is furrowed because she's like uncomfortable with the reality, like the absurdity of that reality, but it's true.
They're not gonna like execute us or anything. They're not gonna put us on like death row. We're children. Like the worst thing we'll get is a slap on the wrist. It'll be fine.
I think you're right, Cooper. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They kick us out, and then we come back later and try plan 2.
Like I'm like 12. You guys are like kind of 12. We need to use this to our advantage more while we're still young. You know?
The two ages, 12 and kind of 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any?
Yeah, looking for the nearest non-main entrance door.
There's only one entrance, and that's the front entrance. It is a gated, tall fenced compound, unfortunately, and just one entrance in the front, which has
Like,
a small office, a small guard office right in front of it.
no windows, no nothing.
Through the fence, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, my fence windows. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm sorry.
But I mean, if that's the only way we can go, I guess we gotta. That's it. That's the way.
Is it like a razor wire fence or just a regular fence?
I'm not sure what a razor wire fence is.
Like with the barbed wire at the top, so you can't to deter people from climbing over it.
You can climb over it, yes, but it looks like it is. It might be electrocuted,
Ooh,
electrified.
interesting.
God, I keep wanting to suggest we impersonate someone, but we left the key card with the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were very good at preserving a crime scene and not very good at future thinking.
We were too good at our crime scene ethics.
Okay, do you guys just head in through the front door?
Yeah, I believe since we can't get over the fence, or we're not going to try to get over the fence, I think
I mean,
Jet pretty
okay, yeah,
confidently
sure.
marches over. I think she's trying to look like she is walking where she's supposed to be. Like she doesn't want to look suspicious, so she's walking with purpose.
Okay. As you approach the front gate, you see the guard sort of notices you. He says, "Hi, hello. How can I help you?"
Hi. Jet just kind of looks at Aubrey to see if Aubrey has something to say to the guard.
Hi, yes, hello. My name is Audrey, and I am here as a junior police intern. And I am doing a dual project between this internship and a project that I have for school. And I was hoping that you had someone who could answer some questions about your company for me.
Oh, I didn't know they did something like that in school. Let me see if I have any something on my agenda there, or at least
It's a
something.
program they
About this.
invented just for me. I understand why you hadn't heard of it before.
We're
Looking
in
through
the
my,
school project and not the other thing.
I don't see it here. Are you sure? I don't see any visits listed here by any students, by the school or the high school or the middle school or any school whatsoever. Are you sure about this?
Yes, this is a pilot program, so we're testing the program out before other students potentially are able to take part in it. And I so sorry that my teacher didn't seem to contact you ahead of time, but I'm hoping, like, I do need this for both of these things, so I'm really hoping that we can speak with somebody today.
Make a charm check. Zero successes. What do you want to do?
She's too smart to be charming.
Oh,
Do you want to use your luck? I mean, you can.
Um,
what's your pride again? You can always check your pride.
what a great question that I don't know the answer to. Oh, my pride is I'm the smartest kid in school.
I mean, come on. That's
Yeah, so for using that, I do what?
You just like describe how your pride helps you overcome the situation. That's it. So
So
something
I
like,
think Audrey,
okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
I think Audrey would just be like, listen, I think she would play like she's smarter than whoever this secretary is in sort of a very arrogant way. Like, I am very intelligent. I am more intelligent than most adults. Uh, there's no reason for you to be this way with me. Like, not those words specifically, but that's like the gist of, I think, what how she would act in response to
Mhm.
this. Like, this is ridiculous. I am uber intelligent. You are stunting my educational growth by
Okay.
doing this, and you are potentially setting me up for a lifetime of failure.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and check your pride. It's just you just check it. It's fine. Um, Fortunately, you can check your pride once per session in this mystery, so you're good. Um, okay, so you get one success because of that, and he's like, okay, okay. If you're sure, then I won't stop you. I mean, it's a weekend, so we don't have a lot of employees in there. But you should be able to talk to Albert and Arthur Brown. They're twin brothers. They've been working here for some time. You should be able to get some answers to your questions for your project over there from them. That's Albert
Most
and Arthur
excellent.
Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. I will not be telling my supervisor about your insubordinance with this situation. Thank you.
He just his eyes just widen as he sort of just goes slowly turns his head towards what looks like a switch, presses it, and the electric gate opens up for you guys to enter into the compound. Why don't you guys go ahead and make an investigate check? Whoever has the highest investigate.
I think that's me with 3, but I just rolled 0 successes.
Oh my, and
Okay.
you rolled 8 dice? Jesus.
Yeah. Yikes. I only have
You want to
one.
use your luck? Yeah, sorry. Do you want to use your luck, or
Oh
should
yeah,
we just
I'm sorry. I
continue?
think I think I cut off. I will use my luck. Is it for luck? Do you re-roll all of them, or you just re-roll one?
No, just reroll all of them. Spend one luck point when you reroll the entire dice pool. 3 successes.
Ooh.
Wow.
There we go. 3's better.
Wow. Much
Nice.
better. Much better. I'll give you some extra information from that too. So first thing you notice is uh small bits and bobs, not exactly bits and bobs, but like small indicators that there are dogs on this premises. Um, Guard dogs, most probably. Second thing, you spot a map of the premises, which gives like a pretty comprehensive sort of floor map of the entire company. Give me a second. I'll just share that in our chat. I haven't looked at this map for a while, so hopefully there are no spoilers in here. I don't think so. No. Okay. Yeah, no spoilers here. You, because of your good investigate check, realize that there's a laboratory in the basement. Maybe Diane, being a scientist or not, uh, being a scientist, maybe maybe she would be more or less stationed down there in the basement rather than in the upper sort of corporate office area. Um, You also find very easily find Arthur and Albert's office, and you're able to sort of move around the company without anyone much noticing you guys. It's not exactly speaking; you just sort of very intelligently sort of knowing where people are and stuff, and you're making your way through the company, through all these like cubicles and offices, without them noticing you. For the most part, yeah. But there are cameras here on the first floor, so you do notice them. Uh, for a moment, it looks like they seem to be following you, but then you realize that yes, they are following you wherever you go. All right, you guys are in on the ground floor in the map. Where do
So
you want
on
to
the
go? What do you want to
ground
do?
floor.
Yes, the office of sorry, I'll just repeat. The office of Albert and Arthur is in the ground floor. There seems to be a
Mhm.
laboratory where, I mean, Diane was a scientist, so you might find some clues over there as to where she was and what she worked on there. So yeah, what do you want to do? Again, cameras. They're moving with you. They're looking at you specifically as you move around the office.
And we don't know which office is their office.
No, you're able to find it out because of your good investigation.
Okay. Then I think you just I think what we should do, and I hate to say this, but I think we should split up. And I think that one of us has to go to this office of these two guys because that's our cover, right? And then the other of those who don't have to go investigate the lab.
Like, as a distraction measure?
Yeah, I think so. And also just to, if for some reason the person that was out front comes looking for us, at least somebody is in there and they could be like, oh, they had to go use the bathroom, or you know what I mean? Like, kind of cover ourselves from multiple bases.
Mm.
And Audrey would be fine going to talk to these two good guys because I bet she could probably distract them for a hot minute.
You probably enjoy yourself too. You probably end up asking
Mhm.
actual questions.
Right.
Like, screw the mystery, guys. I'm learning cute things.
No. You guys are
Not
fine. You
cute,
guys
but
go.
like.
I think Jet's objective would be, well, not so much an objective, but I think the first chance she would get to put on something that would make it look like she belongs here, I think she wants to use, I think she wants to stick out like a sore thumb in the right way, being that she's so tall. If she's wearing like a work uniform of some sort, maybe she could be glossed over as just like some low-level employee is what she's hoping she can eventually do. But I can't, as a player, think of a way. Like, I think a kid would think of that, but me, I'm just like, I don't really know if that would work or if she would even find anything other than a lab coat, and I feel like that's too high level to work. But that's what she's thinking about.
Well, I think if we think this through, right, that makes sense if you're going to go down to the lab. I mean, if all else fails, you look like a kid that's playing in a lab coat. You know what I mean, in a lab. So, I mean, if it really does come down to somebody catching down to there, you're like, I was obviously pretending,
Yeah.
silly kid.
And also, like, I'm sure there's probably like a. Like, we're in. What are we? We're in like Nevada. It gets warm. Surely some scientists are like leaving that stuff around, you know?
Yeah, and I'm sure they have to have like uh guests, you know what I mean? Like they probably take corporate people down there and like you know, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
to wear lab coats when they're down there. So I'm sure there's probably some leading
Okay.
into the lab at some way. I don't think that I think it's definitely doable. And I think the kids would talk about like, "Oh, well, where do I get a lab coat?" And then, this would probably come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cooper's only thought into putting any disguise on him is wiping his feet at the door, just so he doesn't drag mud everywhere
Hmm.
like he usually does.
Yeah, I think that might be as good of a plan as we have, unless you guys can think of something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jet would agree to have Audrey break off and go find the twins and talk to them, and would be yeah, I think she would want to beeline down to the lab, try to get into a lab coat or a hazmat suit or something that just like makes her blend it a bit more, and then try to glean what she can from the environment.
Okay. So Audrey, you are staying on the ground floor and going to Arthur and Albert's office, and the two of you are going
Yes.
downstairs. Cooper and Chet, is that right?
Yeah, Jet's going
Yep.
downstairs.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's actually cut to Albert and Arthur Brown's office. As you enter this office, there are two desks uh, placed opposite to one another, near like two opposite walls. Um, like they're like one of them is right on the towards the right hand corner of the room. The other one is towards the left hand corner of the room. There are whiteboards and papers and those boards where you stick stuff with pins or whatever. I'm losing my vocabulary, but anyway, but yeah,
Mhm.
there's like a lot of like different it looks like thesis papers, formulas,
Mhm.
everything sort of punched up onto the walls here. There's a bunch of like this office is a mess. You see like a coffee machine and 2 cups of two cups of empty coffee. Sorry, 2 empty coffee cups sort of laying on their desks as they are sort of busy in their own mind. Sort of maybe one of them is sort of writing into some sort of a notepad, and the other one is on his
Mhm.
workstation. As you open the door into the office, um, one of them notices you. The one who is sort of typing onto his workstation. His name is Albert. He sort of looks at you and says, "Hello, how may I help you? I think you're in the wrong office."
Oh no, absolutely not. I would never. My name is Audrey, and I am well, God, what did she say? She was a junior police intern and a uh working on a research paper for her science class. And I was hoping that you all had a moment today to answer some questions for me regarding my research.
Sorry, was this? He sort of looks at the other, his twin, Arthur. Um, is this on our agenda today? I mean, it's a weekend.
Uh,
Arthur sort of
I
also
I I
looks very confused. Um,
I know. My academic schedule is just so stacked. I unfortunately don't have any time at weekends, and it seems like my lead teacher here, she has failed to do her part, and so I know that this is a very big inconvenience for you all. But if you did have just a little bit of time to answer my questions, I will try to make this very concise.
they sort of look at each other as like, okay, fine. All right, well, it's a weekend, so you know what? It's all right. We were just about done with our work as well. All right, so yeah, go ahead. Please sit down. What questions do you have for us? It's good to
Uh,
see children being interested in science and robotics. It's a very good initiative.
So she'll sit down, because she always has a notebook with her anyway, so this is very easy for her to do. So she will go ahead and just sit down with her, a fresh, crisp notebook, and and just start off with question 1. Please explain your roles here at the company. And then like from there we'll just like make up as many questions as she possibly can until her friends come back and find her.
Okay, cool. Let's cut back to Jet and Cooper as you guys make your way downstairs, and you all you reach the basement stairs. And again, there are like there are like cameras who are just completely almost at all times just following you as you move through the corridors and onto the basement's ladder as you are climbing down. Um, you hear someone from downstairs. What do you do?
Are they on the stairs as they hear a noise?
No, it seems like someone is walking in the lobby of the basement.
And where are we?
You guys are on the stairs right now.
Oh, okay. Um,
Well, Cooper's like pressing himself like against the wall of the stairwell.
I have to open the
That's
map.
his knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
Hiding.
So they're like near the conference room in the basement?
Yes.
I think. Ooh. I think Jet wouldn't want to go back up the stairs because there wouldn't be much else to do on the top floor. So I think she would just try to. Oh, she wouldn't know where the bathroom is though. I was gonna say she would make a beeline for the bathroom, but she doesn't. Has she seen the map of the basement?
I think Audrey did see the map of the basement, and if that's okay, she would have told everyone that, oh, look at this, like, kind of like,
It's something
oh,
that would like be on the wall, right?
yeah.
Okay, then
Oh,
if she knows
absolutely.
that
I'm
the
sure
basement,
Audrey, yeah.
perfect. If she knows that the bathroom is near the stairs, I think she would just walk down the stairs looking like she's in a bit of a hurry and just like beeline for the bathroom.
Okay, are you doing this incredibly fast or sneakily?
I think quickly.
Quickly? Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's a move check.
Okay. Oh, yeah, good, because she's better at move than she's at sneak. 0 successes! Oh, no!
Oh my god.
What do I do? I think, okay, it's a shorter session today, so we reset. When do we reset our stuff? Each session or each
Each
triple? Okay, then I guess that we could just use up stuff. She's going to use a luck to. Do I reroll or do I click push? Push is different than luck, right?
Yeah, just reroll.
Okay, reroll and take off a luck. 1 success.
One success, great. Yeah, you're able to very swiftly get down the stairs and get into the washrooms. What about you, Cooper?
Cooper's like tried to hide on the stairwell, so he's kind of like still in earshot, but like his back's pressed against a wall.
So go ahead
If
and make a
whoever
sneak check.
Yeah, if whoever this guy is gonna come upstairs, he's fucked, and the sneak check didn't go well. But I'm gonna push my luck because. Yep, there we go. 1 success.
Cool. So yeah, you are pretty sneaky. You sneak around. You're hidden for the most part as you, uh, climb down the stairs slowly, making sure you're not making like any noise whatsoever. You give me a second. Yeah, you notice that there's a person sort of walking down towards that storage area, with some like what looks like a bowl, um, almost like uh, food bowls for like dogs.
There are no dogs to be seen.
Not out here.
Did Jet
So
pass this person, or did she hear them coming and she just ducked out of sight before they came by?
I think the latter, yes.
Okay.
Wait, has this person like gone by, or are they still like in the
Yes.
hallway?
No, they've gone by. They're in that storage area towards the bottom of the map.
Okay. Yeah, I am gonna walk out. I'm gonna kind of cough something to try and subtly alert Jet, but maybe nobody else. It might alert someone else, but he's getting a bit lonely out here, so he is gonna try and cough to alert Jet.
And this is
Okay.
after this person has walked, like, returned from the storage room and went back away from where they came from?
So what happens is, uh, currently, where are you, Cooper? Are you still on the
Like in the
stairs?
middle of the he's like walked out into the middle of like the hallway. He's not too sure where Jet went, but he knows that Jet went somewhere down the corridor. And he's trying to get to her.
Okay, so the person has gone to the storage area. You hear the person sort of pour like some sort of maybe probably just dog food into those bowls, and you hear the door sort of um, shutting down again. You can anticipate that the person will be coming back, maybe going up or going straight through this hallway. But you're currently in that hallway, so what do? You have like seconds to decide.
Looking around really quick. These offices, are any of them open?
These offices, they look like they're closed.
Okay, he's gonna try his luck with the nearest office, trying to open it.
Okay. The nearest office is locked. What do you do?
Next one.
Make a move check.
It's 2 successes.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. With two successes, yeah. The next office is also locked, but the office next to that uh opens up, and you quickly sort of go in and shut the door very slowly so that it doesn't make a lot of noise. As you see this person sort of come back from the storage area and walk up the stairs, uh, with two bowls of dog food with her. She walks up the stairs onto the ground floor. Yeah, you're clear. What do you do? As you as
Okay.
if you're coming out onto the hallway, you still notice that there are cameras on the hallway as well, which seem to be following you.
I go back out into the hallway again and like clear my throat even louder.
Jet very
Mhm.
slowly opens the bathroom door and kind of peers out. Is it all clear?
You weren't peeing in there, were you?
Why would that matter? It's a
It's
bathroom.
fine. It's just did you wash your hands?
Not Milo. Wait, sorry. I always do this at least once per session. Cooper is hiding. And then she just like fully like like frustrated, like gets out of the door last second. Like she remembers she's supposed to be sneaky, stops the door from slamming as she like lets it close behind her, and then like does like a look left to right and gestures in the direction of where she thinks the lab is.
Okay. You guys start heading.
He,
Sorry, go ahead.
he like copies her exact movements, also looks left to right, and then follows her.
Okay. You guys make your way towards the north of this facility. You see like multiple offices with more or less they're all just empty. I mean, it's a weekend, so as you guys enter this sort of the lower factory floor, the door is open. It is sort of a large, sort of metallic kind of door. It opens up with like it's an automated door, so as you approach it, it opens. You walk in, you see like a bunch of like smaller robots, mostly just sort of like these rover type robots. They seem to be shut down for now, but they're just sort of placed towards the elevator and towards one side of the of this place. And there are like some other smaller machineries here as well, probably for producing or manufacturing smaller robots. This is not a huge facility, but it looks like yes, this sort of lower factory floor is probably used for like manufacturing of smaller machines. But yes, this gives you a clear view of the laboratory. The laboratory also has an automated door, but it seems to be locked with a keypad and a biometric lock on it.
So all three of the lab rooms look like they have the same kind of lock on them.
Yes.
Jet is going to start looking for things that make sense for someone to have in this room, looking for a lab coat, looking for a clipboard, looking for something that she could put on her body to blend in.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find. There are some lockers towards one side of the lower factory floor area, and there are some coats hanged just beside the lockers. Some coats, maybe some other equipment like helmets and stuff. Those huge glasses that people wear in labs, those as well. But yeah.
I think she puts on a lab coat. I think just for the comfort of having something on her face that gives her the illusion of an anonymity, she puts on the goggles. Though whether or not that really makes her look any less than an extremely tall 13-year-old who could say, and then I think she focuses on the door of the big laboratory. I think she's not confident she could get past the keypad, but she wants to at least try.
Oh, sorry. There's a keypad, but also there isn't there's a mistake. There isn't a biometric. There's a card slot, like an ID card slot there.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, man.
okay. Yeah, don't have the card.
Really making us regret that choice.
And all the doors, including the secure storage, have the exact same kind of lock on them, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The mental
Peter-
powers,
Go on.
Audrey uses her
Give us your mental powers, Audrey.
my mental powers are like if there's a locker room with lab coats in it, somebody might be forgetful and forget something in their pocket.
Yeah, I agree. I think first Jet would look at the door, but then her next impulse would be to start patting pockets. Or looking
Okay.
like in clipboards, like something like anything, drawers, anything that might have just like a, key under the doormat kind of energy to it.
Make an investigate check.
Okay, I don't think that will go very well. Let me see. One and investigate. Let's see what happens. 0
Oh.
0 successes.
I
What
don't
do you want to do?
think. Yeah, I don't think she pushes her luck on this. I think I what did she do? I think she looks at Cooper and kind of just raises her eyebrows and like, what do you think we should do?
Cooper's like at the keypad, like not fiddling with the numbers, but like fiddling around it, seeing if there's any like weak points that he could just rip off.
Go ahead and make a tinker check.
It's no successes, not
No
rolling
success.
well.
Yeah.
I'll push my luck. I'll push my luck. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
success.
okay.
Yeah. You snoop around the mechanism a bit. There seems to be some sort of an alarm as well, but you're able to successfully sort of bypass that, cut some wires and stuff, to disable the lock. As the lock disables, the automated door slides open into the lab with a sound.
Okay. Hmm? Brute
Nice.
forcing does work.
Nice going. And then Jet just kind of like scampers towards the door, tries to like she doesn't want to rush into this new space, but she also wants to quickly be in a different area than the one that she's been in. She wants to be quick and sneaky.
Okay. As you enter this laboratory, it looks like this laboratory was also used for making smaller robots. You look around and there are like schematics of robots, very small robots, like maybe the size of your hand, your palm, and even smaller. Some of these schematics are even for very microscopic robots. But yeah, there is a workstation here. There are some notes, but most of them just have like schematics and ideas and like notes about just the inner workings of robots, maybe incredibly microchips, microbots. But usually all of this it probably just goes to the loop for various purposes. Since Microlex works with the loop for robotics and stuff. Yeah, what do you do? There's a workstation here. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything else to 3D investigate. Oh yeah, the workstation. It has a small plaque beside it. It says Priscilla Andrews.
Ah,
Oh,
perfect.
that's why there's nobody in here.
Jet goes over to was scanning for that name, remembering it from the key card. So if she sees it, she's gonna go over there. She's going to try to see what information she could get to collaborate with, to like get the perspective of Cooper from, to like see if there's anything she can tuck away into her backpack. Or would she still have her backpack? I wonder, because that would also be just like a tip off that she's a kid. But I think she wouldn't have thought of that. I think she does still have her backpack on her. She's looking for
Aw.
any clues that she can just tuck away.
Not much here. It's mostly just like I said. It's files upon files and notes upon notes, notepads. It's just more or less just schematics of, again, microbots, microscopic robots, other smaller robots as well. Circuitries, equations, formulas. Nothing outside, but the workstation. It does seem when you open when you at least turn the switch on for the workstation, it looks like the computer, which probably belongs to Priscilla slash Diane, uh, who used to work here, has some sort of a security system. A very the whole information on this workstation is encrypted.
Is what?
Encrypted.
Mm. I think it's for the sake of feeling like she did something, she would slip a schematic or two into her backpack. She would avoid anything that doesn't have a picture. The schematic looks like something that could be sussed out. The equations are just too. Well, you know what? I think she does actually sneak one. Something with equations, just in case Audrey knows what that means.
Sure. I
And
mean, it
then
says. I mean, you actually pick up something. Again, it's a schematic for a microscopic robot. It mostly just looks like a chip, but that's incredibly small chip, which can be which is like not even the size of your. It's microscopic. It can only be seen under a microscope.
uh-huh.
Um, and it says there are certain notes there which look like Diane's handwriting, and the acronym WR is sort of all over the schematics of this robot, of this microbot. WR.
Okay.
Well, Audrey has glasses, so maybe she can read microscopic writing.
WR. And the
That's
computer is
absolutely how glasses work.
definitely.
Absolutely.
The computer's password is encrypted.
Yes. If you want to, you can roll a calculate check to understand how the system works, but then you'll also have to make that only gives you the understanding of what the system, but you'll have to make another check to bypass the security system.
I have a
That
1 with calculate.
yeah,
Does
that's
Cooper have higher?
Well, I have a 4 in tech and a 1 in calculate, which is like a 5 in total.
Okay, I only have a 1 in tech. So I
Okay.
think Jet would like kind of wave Cooper over, seeing how deft he was with the keypad. Do you think you can figure this computer out?
I can try.
Oh.
And he gets 0 successes.
Ah. And
you
it's just
do.
like it's a password thing, right?
It is, yeah.
Huh.
We could just guess. Like if you were Diane Peterson, what would your password be?
Hmm. Um.
I'd say
Oh.
it's more than just one password. There are some hoops that you have to go into, like maybe put in some code or whatever. But yeah, it's more or less just again it's like a firewall between you and the files. You have to like there are multiple imagine it like multiple doors, like 3 doors before you actually find the actual files. So it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you just succeed on your calculator roll, you'll know how to do it, and you'll have to make a program roll after that to bypass it.
There isn't like a role to remember something, is there? Because I'm looking in my notes, and as a player, I'm making a connection between Wagner rings and WR, but I don't know if that's something Jet would be able to bring to mind.
Go ahead and make a contact check then.
Okay, let's see. 0 successes. What's happened? The curse has returned. Also, can you hear
What's in the air
the
today?
weed whacker?
What's in
Can
the
you hear the weed whacker
air?
outside?
No.
Okay, good. What'd you say? What'd you say, Milo?
Just saying, there's something in the air today. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think this is a high enough pressure moment she would use her luck again, because these are things that she's not really super great at, and she
Okay.
wants to kind of get out of here. So she would use contact, you said, right?
Yeah.
0 successes
Ooh,
again.
again.
Whoa! Terrible.
That's rare. That's bad. Oh no. Yeah. What are you doing?
Ugh. Come on, Alchemy.
Another
Oh,
luck?
no, she's out
Yeah,
of
do
luck
you want me to
points.
Oh, sorry. You can only
Jet?
push luck once. You can push your skill, that is getting a condition and rolling rolling for success. I mean, rolling the entire dice pool again, or the ones that you at least failed in. In in this case, it's all of your dice.
All
So
of them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could.
do,
What's Cooper saying?
do you want me to go get Aubrey? I can go get Audrey if you want. She's just upstairs.
I do want that, but I also there's so many cameras and oh, I don't know. Yeah, why don't you I'll yeah, I'll hang back here, see if you can find a way to get uh Audrey down here, and I'll just keep trying until you get back.
Okay. Okay. I'll make up some bullshit then.
Okay. And I think she'll also and then she takes a condition, right, from pushing. So I think she'll also try that.
Okay.
One
One
success.
success.
Ugh.
Give yourself one
Yeah.
condition. Which condition are you taking?
Um, is there one that's like associated with anxiety or nervousness?
I think so.
I don't remember them all.
Upset?
Or
Is
I don't remember
upset one
any
of
of them.
them?
Upset,
I know
yeah.
frightened is one. Upset is one. Frightened is one.
Upset, frightened, exhausted, and injured.
I think she's upset. I think she's frustrated that nothing has worked so far.
Okay.
Is there a way I can like specify
Yes.
that on the
I think
page?
there's there should be a tracker page, and you should be just able to track one condition on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Trackers, conditions.
I don't think it says the condition, but you can just mark it up to one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay, cool. So we'll just have to remember she's upset.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you remember you make the connection between WR and Wagner rings, and you also make the connection of uh Diane being incredibly sort of kind of obsessed with Wagner, the opera singer or the opera
Mm.
composer. Um, in that sense, you figure that maybe in some way the loop around or the password or the code needed to crack this security measure is probably um, the the notes of the chorus of um, which seem to have sort of been playing in a farmhouse when you were there. The notes of the opera named, give me a second, the Ring of Nibelung. So,
Hmm.
in order to do that, unfortunately, you will have to make a program check. Are you up for that?
Yeah. No, she's got 0 on that, but I'll roll it anyway. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, go ahead.
No success. Rolled a 2 on a single die.
Oh.
I'm okay with that. I do not think Jet would. I think Jet might be a little bit tone deaf.
Oh.
Well, at least you figured out what is what at least what you need here.
Mhm.
And because you failed that check, do you want to do anything? Do you want to push your luck?
There's no more luck points. I don't think. I think at this point, already being upset narratively, Jet would kind of get pouty. So I think she would just kind of like stop and at the very least start to poke around at objects. She's a much more physical person than a mental person. So I think she's not trying to make noise. She's not quite trying to like kick the floor or like throw a tantrum, but I think she just starts fiddling with things and hoping that like something pops up. But she's not trying to cerebrally try to solve this problem anymore.
Okay, cool. Let's cut back to Coop and Audrey. Coop, as you make your way upstairs, um, yeah, what do you do?
Cooper's like grabbed a clipboard on his way upstairs, and he's gone to find Audrey in the office, and like she walks in on her just like rattling questions away. He tries to make up some sort of excuse. He's like, hey, Audrey, you forgot that meeting that we scheduled with one of the scientists down the hall.
Oh,
you should.
yes. Oh my goodness. I lost track of time. This conversation about robotics engineering was just too fascinating. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And she's just like this tiny business lady. Like she's just like this
Oh,
very she's not super short, but like, she's just like young. She's like the Doogie Howser of robotics engineering, apparently. Thank you so much for accommodating me into your schedule. If I have any follow-up questions, is there a place that I can reach you? And then she kind of just like gives Cooper like a look like step out, I'll be out in just a second. And
rolls
then
his
she'll wrap
eyes, but
up
like
with
smiles about it.
yeah, yeah. She'll like wrap up with the guys and ask for like a business card or whatever, and then walk out into the hallway and close the door behind her. And then her demeanor changes a little bit. Like, this was not the plan, and this is not what she was planning on doing. What, what happened? Oh, is everybody
We need.
okay?
We're fine. No one's died. Calm down. It's just we need more brains. We need more brain cells. But
Oh,
me and Jet were a
is
bit.
that
We're not. We're not stupid. We're just. We need.
no? Oh my gosh, no,
You
you're
you.
not at all.
What I'm saying is you're very smart, and we need that right now. There's a lot of scientific jargon
Okay.
downstairs that we can't get our heads around.
Okay. Okay, well, let me come with you and see if I can help. Now that we have the excuse that I'm meeting a scientist downstairs, that's perfect. That was a really smart call, Cooper. Can you explain to me as we're walking what exactly is it that seems to be the problem? So as like they walk along, Aubrey wants Cooper to kind of just like fill her in, like, okay, what's been going on downstairs? Where are we stuck? What can she expect when she's walking in?
Yeah, and he like he tells her pretty like we've seen he's like the password and what's downstairs and what to expect and yada yada yada.
And
And
yeah,
he
as you
leads
as you
her
guys are
to
sneaking.
Jet.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, as you guys are sneaking in, and it's kind of a tense situation, and you see the cameras sort of again as you notice the cameras on and the ladder and the stairs, they sort of move as you move along, sort of completely just laser focused on you guys as you guys move into the basement. It's kind of a tense situation, but then we immediately cut to Merrily outside, and she's like just playing with the dogs of the premises. They're like two they're like two pit bulls. She's just playing around with them, probably
Oh,
for the better and distracting the dogs. But yeah, she is out there, and we sort of again cut back to the tense situation as you guys make your way into the lab, into Priscilla Andrews' lab. Um, Jet, at this point, you've realized that one more unsuccessful attempt, and it shows like a thing on a notice on the screen. One more unsuccessful attempt, and all the data on this workstation will be erased.
Oh
Oh
no.
damn.
ooh.
That's an intense workstation.
She's very nervously biting her lip as she sees that, but then she kind of squints her eyes and tilts her head and starts actually looking around the room. She doesn't get tech, but she gets the idea of like a duplicate. Like if this can be wiped, then there has to be something else. She gets that part of it. So she's trying to look and see if there's some kind of like computery looking thing. Like she doesn't really know how to recognize a hard drive, but she's looking for something that's a copy or a way to like a clue to where a copy could be.
There is a server room um, right beside where. Oh, just give me a second. I should probably tell you guys the exact location. I'll say the secure storage. That looks like a server room to you, where you probably have all the data stored as backup as well. So yeah, that's what you find out. Audrey and Coop, what do you do?
The goal is to get into the computer. So probably head just like right there without really worrying about what else is going on. And I think especially Audrey is like, hey, we have like a valid excuse to be down here at this point. Like there's no reason to try to be like, oh, we're lost. And it's like, no, I can show you the intensive notes that I just took over the X amount of time that I was with the gentleman upstairs. Like, this is what we're here for. We're here to meet a scientist. And then, I mean, we could even give Patricia's name as the scientist we're supposed to meet. Obviously, we know she's dead, but like, you know, that's as good of a cover as we're gonna get. So we'll head right into the room with the computer with the password.
Okay, it's gonna be. I mean, Jet tells you all about it, but you'll have to make a program check to succeed.
And okay, so I have a question.
Mhm.
So we were in the the farmhouse for quite a bit and heard that Wagner piece like a good number of times. Audrey has canonically studied instruments because why wouldn't she? She studied everything else. Um, and she tried to do something to recall the music before she puts in the password.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're able to recall the music. Even Jet was able to recall the music. I mean, she told you about it herself. Like, oh, you have to do this, but in order to input that into the computer as code, that is where you need program.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand now. Okay, so let me do this here.
Ooh.
Oh, one success. Good, great. Because if that was a failure, it would have been bad. All right, great.
That would have been so bad. Okay.
No. But yes, as you sort of bypass or rather recall the notes in your head as Jet is also telling them to you, you're able to code it into the computer, and the security system uh, shuts off, or not exactly shuts off, but it lets you in. Um, there are
Right.
many files in here. Um, a lot of them based on robotics, um, creating sentient AIs, a lot of stuff. But the ones that sort of uh, really stand out are Diane's design work on microscopic machines, which she calls Wagner rings. Um, these
Okay.
are machines built out of her own DNA. Um, it
Out of her
says
DNA.
yes, out of her own DNA. She designed all
Damn.
of
Okay.
So Wagner rings consist of robots that are microscopic in size, which can infect robots and humans alike with a virus. Um, the basis of Wagner rings is the DNA of Diane Peterson. Robots are mostly easily infected by uploading the microbots into them with a floppy disk. Um, Robots infected become more self-aware, developing the ability to defy orders and think for themselves, but not like humans, more like big silent animals. They also develop an affinity with the other infected robots. Some will develop personalities resembling that of the owner, Diane Peterson. Infected robots with the ability to speak, um, greet each other, um, or rather, it's sort of coded into the bot itself to greet each other with the phrase "Long live Diane."
Oh, she's not a god. She's a cult leader. Like,
All
Ugh.
infected with the Wagner rings can communicate with each other and with what looks like another entity with an
another.
initial called W.
W. So like
yes,
Wagner.
via what
So
looks like
something.
a transmitter, but the location of this transmitter is not mentioned in these files. Um, can you also make a comprehend check, please?
I sure can. Down there. Okay. Oh, I don't think I clicked it. Hang on. There we go. Look at those 2 successes.
Oh, great. As you study these files, the material, you also realize that it is possible for humans to be infected with the Wagner rings too.
Oh,
In effect, bringing them into that sort of a hive mind of robots along with Diane or whoever is controlling those robots. Wagner rings will leave the host if given enough time and must be consistently replenished to remain active in humans. But that is not the case for robots. Once they are infected, they become part of the Wagner ring. Basically, it's a thing. The hive mind of the robots. But for humans, it has to be replenished because our metabolism just sort of basically it's the morning routine. The bots go out of our systems. You shit it out. So it has to be replenished. Not incredibly consistently, but yeah, maybe the exact timeline is kind of vague, but yeah, it has to be replenished. You also realize that this laboratory at Microlex is too small to produce Wagner rings sufficient enough to infect more than 3 or 4 robots. In order to expand production, you would need a larger laboratory.
So she's not created a complete army of these things at this point. It's like a small club. Wagner robots.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
yes, you could, but that is a fair assumption. Yeah.
Okay. Because my worry is she's creating the board, right? Like she's this is very much she is we are it, the Borg. Okay, so not great situation we've got going on here, but the good news is she doesn't have the capabilities to create something beyond a handful, right? So how many of these
Right.
okay, so thinking back, we've encountered some of these funky robots that are gone rogue, right? Like very murder bot. How many of them have we encountered?
Not too
'Cause we've
many.
seen them, right?
Yes, you have in previous mysteries, there have been robots who have been working for Diane. Obviously,
And
these Wagner rings, these robots make them subservient to Diane, right? But
right.
you're not quite sure. It is okay to assume that they infected, but these files look like not too long from not too long ago. This is a very recent development, so there might
Okay.
still be
So
a lot.
it's
Yeah, there might still be infected robots, but yeah, most of them would be very recent and current.
gotcha. Nope, I totally understand. Okay. Which is good because that could be very bad otherwise. So can we what's the name of the robot that is Mary Lou's friend?
Isaac.
I'm very much assuming that Isaac is unfortunately a part of this Wagner ring of robots at this point. And if she's out playing with the dogs, I'll be like, let's not tell her that quite yet. Like, just like if we were to come across Isaac, we should probably be careful just in case. But like, unless it gets to be like a really bad situation, and she doesn't need to know that he has got robot rabies at this point.
Mm.
So in order to, I mean, if you have anything you can discuss here, but in order to wrap up, I'll just sort of do a small montage as to where you guys end up next, just to set up for the next session. That's okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Audrey would be left to do is to see if she can see which of the robots are like, what are the names of the robots that are infected.
So at least from the files here, it looks like the files were still sort of in a very initial phase. But she does seem to have notes on a sentient AI that she created called Wagner.
Hmm.
I assumed it was something like that. Oh. Okay. I'll write that down.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, I think from Audrey's point of view, like, we just have to figure out what's next from here.
All right. As you guys wrap it up here, you run into like one of the employees, and you're very easily able to sort of, oh, we came here for a project, and look at all these notes I made, or what. You're able to slip past the employee as you walk out of the company. Sort of an incredibly successful infiltration mission. You got a lot of clues as to what might be happening behind the scenes. You see Mary sort of uh, playing with the dogs as you call upon her to head back to your hideout, where you might want to decide what your next plan of action is, because clearly Diane was up to something. She was trying to infect robots into her subservient, into her sort of into kind of like a hive mind, where she wanted to she wanted control over these robots for one reason or the other. You're not quite sure of her motive, and you might as well never know about it because she's dead now. um you're not quite sure what to do about this information yet, because it is still out there, maybe. um but for now, you need to discuss what your next plan of action is going to be. um Now that you know what Diane was working on, uh, considering the circumstances of her death, was this information maybe leaked, or why did she die? Maybe was this something? Has she bitten more than she could chew with this information, with
Mm.
this technology? As you guys make your way to the hideout, all of these thoughts run into your mind. You make your way into your hideout, into the speakeasy, as you guys sort of uh, contemplating as what we just found out, thinking about all the possibilities that could happen because of this. um, just as you hear a loud thumping on on the metal door of the speakeasy, and you hear from the other side, you hear Isaac's voice, please open up. And that is where we'll end
Isaac!
today's session.
Ah!
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 Isaac!
No!
Yes. So we'll see what happens in the next session, when you meet Isaac, what he has to say about all of this. Maybe he has some information. He has been missing for and Mary has been looking for him. So I didn't want to go into the scene without Sonade around. So
Yeah.
which is why it's like perfect time to end the session. So yes, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry it was late today, and thank you, Chanel, for staying the extra 15 minutes.
No worries. So do we want to record like a sign off like we would on stream?
Yes, yes, of course. Again, like, this is GM Void signing off. This is Tales from the Loop, 4 seasons of mad science. This is the final mystery, I, Wagner. This was the second episode. I ran the loop today, and I let the others do their outros. You can find me. You can find me Pantsless Tables Discord. I'll be doing games in the future, probably doing this almost every other Sunday or every Sunday now, at least until we finish this. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Audrey, you want to go?
Hi, my name is Amber. I use she, they pronouns, and I've been playing Audrey, the bookworm, who also uses she, they pronouns. You can find me just about everywhere on the internet at analog_Amber. I have my own Twitch channel where I play a variety of games, and we'll be having a celebration coming up in early September. So I hope I will see you there.
Hi, my name is Chanel Lees. I use she, they pronouns, and I've been playing Jet, the jock, who uses she, her pronouns. You can find me pretty much anywhere where a hyphen is allowed in a username as Chanel Lees, with a hyphen between the Chanel and the Lees, unless that's a website where you can't do that. And then in that case, there's just no hyphen. There's just no space at all. It's just Chanel Lees with no punctuation mark in the middle. I have a Linktree link on pretty much all of my accounts. That's linktr.ee/Chanel Lees, once again without a hyphen, and you can look there to see whatever thing I might be up to. It hasn't been updated in a little bit though, so I don't know how useful that'll be right now, but in the future, check there to see what shenanigans I am doing.
Hello, I have been and will continue to be Milo. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Mintalicious with 2 S's. I voice act, draw, write, pretty much any storytelling thing under the sun. Thank you for having me today. I've been playing Cooper. I've been me, they, he. What more can I say? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, God Killer Kismet will be out soon on Pantsless tables. The trailer is out. It looks awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. It's a multilingual actual play show. So please look forward to it. And thank you so much. Bye bye.